This here is Caedus's place over in Founders Point, and this one is super elevated, but in a cool way. It's built in, not just like hovering or having like just like a little bit of a foundation. There's like a straight up cave that's carved in under it with a hot tub, a big hot tub, splash. Nice, dude. I don't often see the hot tub resized. And in this case, super resized to be nice and big, elevated a little bit away from everyone else, so folks can enjoy it with a little bit of privacy. Clothes are right there if they needed to go grab some stuff. And otherwise, we can start making our climb up under the gazebo to finish drying off, which would be a very bad idea to air dry like that. Don't do it, especially because like the main road's right there. Do you really want to be like standing up here, naked and free while, after just coming out the hot tub? No, probably not. Unless you do. I mean, there he is. I could just ask him myself, but instead I'm just going to rudely walk past him and go inside the house. All right. So when we go in, we have this kind of like transition room where, maybe we can lay some stuff down, have a quick, warm up a little bit after being in the hot tub and drying off. And once we go in, we're welcomed by this nice, pleasant living room with, interestingly enough, this kind of like workstation here on the side too. Interesting. Also interesting, this kind of spread here. So we have like a couple of little hangy drape things, plus the Brawlers Guild gloves. Back here though, boss and I just kind of sits, vibe, relax. All right. Oh, it's a cat tree. No, it's a spider cat tree. Because there's the cat. That's how I'm going to see it as. All right. So backing up a little bit, we do have some celebrations here. Like as soon as we walked in, we did have the Arkandor kind of centered. We have this area here to celebrate paladins because they're the best, the absolute best class, race, profession around. And here we do have a place to hang up some of our gear before proceeding left, and then we'll see what's going on here. Oh, I like that. First time I've seen something like this. We have two fountains just kind of kissing and doing their thing. So cool vibe that they created here by making this like larger cylindrical shape right in the middle here. So a cool way of filling out that corner. Now in here, we got some piping. We've got, this is the transporter room. Where are you headed? I don't know. Let's kind of go in here real quick and be like, wee. But yeah, this is the alternate way of coming home or leaving, whatever works. A little past this, we have the bathroom with a fantastic view of the quote outside and this very neat looking toilet. Let's take a look. So we got a lot going on. So we have this kind of colored trellis over here on the side. We have a bookshelf to act as the tank. We got some piping. We have a stone. Oh, he wants to watch. Okay, you got it, buddy. Now as for the seat check, we're looking okay. Kind of sinking in a little bit of butt clipping, but that's all right. That's all right. At least the water's running, seats down and all that stuff. So my butt's like not getting anything weird. Wash up in the vanity. Sink's all nice and pretty and set up. And we can move on. Now that we're, emptied out and everything. Oh, wow. Check this out. So, we'll walk the carpet into like this big old set piece here. Beams, fountain, bench. Restful spots. Here we go. And then right behind it, it's kind of a dedication to Dalaran. A memorial to the fallen. And over here on, oh, actually, yeah, here's the shape. Actually, I thought it was squarish, not squarish. It's actually lined up a little bit. That's cool. Now we proceed right here. We have a door plus shroud and into. Now here's definitely a workshop-y area. All the profession-related things are all set up. Xalatath is being disrespected over in the corner here. And what else do we have here? Yeah, pretty much anything that would, allude to professions, all laid out around here. So, this tells me it's like a cool celebration of, what the warband or what this adventurer has done over the many, many years, which is to collect a whole bunch of loot. No doubt. We have some big Orgrimmar shelves, giant books, more of a workshop, and also, so something's being manufactured here. I'm not entirely sure what, but there's a lot of it going. A lot of different colors of stuff that's happening here. It's almost like not really a potion lab, but something's being mass produced and then sold over and over again. All right. I want to say that engineering is kind of like the main thing going on here. Mostly because I'm seeing that big old gear there. It kind of tells me something. You think it's a 3D printer? Oh, that could be it too. That'd be pretty cool. All right, so let's cut across. Hello to the Dark Lady. What's up? And let's go inside the bedroom. Guarded by Reptar plus Tentacle Guy. We'll have a little bit of noodles as we read, check out stuff. So this happens to be a guest room. Got it. And not the boss's room. All right, let's keep exploring though. So I was there, so I checked out this spot. Now we're gonna check out what's on the other end here. Past the spider cat spot. And then, boom. Wow. Okay, it opens up real hard into big old warband / adventurer hangout spot, right? So, it looks like, okay, we can go through the back room through this door here. Nice, huge swinging door. Appreciate it. We got this pantry, which kind of goes to show like the sort of work that's been going into creating all these different colored objects from the other room, but all being brought in over here. So we have like this full dry pantry here, condiments, other dried goods, things that have been like sealed and prepared for later. All good. Love the branding. We have this cool sort of overhead, stove plus warmer here. So in this case, it feels like they just took the piping right here and just kind of slammed it over the original piping for this here to make this effect. That works out just fine. And then you also have the trellises on either end to serve as, to just add a little bit more to the background. And that works because you have like this whole complete piece, shells that line the bottom. You have these other raised shells that are sitting on top of these. And then you have like the bar shelf on top, the trellises that I mentioned right over here, and then another shelf on the other side. So you have, we pan back a little bit, that complete piece. That works out great. I just noticed above it, so you have a whole bunch of these trellises too. And you can see up top there, like a little bit more detail. Like, I don't know if we can climb up this or if it's meant to be, but you have storage up there. Yeah, that is a very good bit of detail. And we can grab some food. Because yeah, come on. Condiment bar for our coffee and other beverages. And otherwise, slam the table if you want to eat up. Shots over on that side too. Shots of coffee or shots of liquor, I don't know. But who cares? Answer's yes. Over here, though, a bit more serious business happening here. This is the planning room. This is where, this is where the war games are happening. Okay, maybe they're actual games. Maybe they're war games. I'm not sure. But let's go with war games because it's Warcraft. Come on now. Stuff is being read and studied and researched. Plans are being made. How are we going to defeat the Burning Legion this time, guys? Obviously, you just pull them all, bring them around a corner, AoE them down, just stun lock them, no problem. All right, so let's see what else is above here, on off to the side. Yeah, a very active spot for a lot of folks to hang out. And then right through here, and behind the shroud, we have, ooh. Okay, things are opening up even more. So we're going to cross through this garden off to our left-hand side into what's now this stairwell room with a little talking pit down here. Okay, it's not really a pit. It's just kind of like doo-doo-doo, with which to activate the secret power of this place. What is it? I don't know. EM Pulse turns into a giant robot. Whatever story you want it to be. All right. So it was a D&D room? I was going to try and take it more seriously. So this is a secret meeting room. Oh, this is a hell of a secret to hide. Oh, look at that. The bear and the two wolves, they're like hugging, they're like friends. Oh, that's so sweet in death. Now over here's where the boss sits upon their throne and reads out your punishment while keeping their hands perfectly clean. Oh, interesting. So instead of, usually I see fire, that fill these out. And not everyone quite knows that the war chief chair, it doesn't include the fire here. You put in your own stuff, and in this case, they put in the cheap filigrees, which is fine. But yeah, first time I think I've seen that used. Now over here we have what appears to be a proper bedroom. Actually, it seems to flank both sides, right? Yeah, on both sides, the bedroom. So here we go. Whoop. Hang out with Mr. Snuffles, do our thing, hang out, have a good time. And then, let's see. Did I miss the secret in the D&D room? Or the war planning room? No, I think I did see it. All right. We'll slow jog our way down. Oh yeah, duh. Hell, this is a secret room. Yeah, doofus. Sheesh. I mean, it's so huge. I'm used to seeing secret rooms that are just like boop, just like one. That are just like one secret. Here we just have this whole meeting place. So I didn't really go back here to see what else is going on. So yeah, is it truly a secret when it's this big and obvious, and you invite people over? Yeah. That's cool. So it's here's where the playful plans are set up. But then back there, that's where the real stuff is happening. Cool. Have I seen everything? I think I have. Yeah. Oh, actually, did I go back here yet? No. Little pantry area. Nice and easy. All right. Look up, you said? Okay, so I guess I did miss something. Let me go back again and see what it is I missed. something about looking up, and I think it was while we were in the bedroom. So we got lantern there, that's cool. And then up here we have yeah, we have the lantern up there, and I think that was it. Okay. Maybe that was in reference to like something else. Cool. Yeah, Caedus, thanks for showing me your place, dude. It's nice. All right, folks, this is Caedus's place. We're over in Founders. We're going to enter like this really closed off lot. Check out how it's very closed, very private, but again, open gate. Was something that I sometimes point out. So like, okay, they want privacy, but it's more like they just want us to, you know, maybe the builder, they want to direct us in a certain way that will be presented with boom. Here's the shot, right? So it's a very spacious lot that we have here. And it almost looks like they're just setting things up and then they're like, all right, Blizzard, let's go. Give us the mounts, man. Let us have like our displays and everything. So that, and they have it all set up in advance. You know, they got their stable. They got a place for them to like chill and eat and hang out, have a good time, play video games and all that, or not. Now, as for the other side here, again, like lots of wall work over here. You know, we go around, we have some greens decorating the front, but also we have this path, this special path that leads up to a little elevation with which to enjoy nice views, snipe intruders, that sort of thing. Could be any of those. All that can be true at the same time. Oh, what are we doing? Oh, okay, we're watching cows. Ooh, that smell. Oh man, that's rough. Just kind of noticed that. If there's going to be that many cows out here, I don't know how I'd feel about that. Being so close to so many farm animals. I mean, that's cool, but now that smell-o-vision is starting to come into effect, I'm like, do I really want to be out here for very long? Is that why I want to put up like these taller walls to help to mitigate the smell? Perhaps. But I think what I'd also want to do is just have like way more plant life and just cover this place in greens to help mask the smell. All right, so according to the notes, we are entering the Sanguine Speakeasy. Or at least we're going to find something to that effect inside this house. Because as we first come in, you know, we came in from a place that was very folk, very human in nature. But the first thing that we enter when we come in, this very, very heavy night elf theme, right? So we come across, we have this huge centerpiece, one of the newer fountains that happened to be out, and I'm asked to go to the back of the house. Okay. I was going to get the whole straight right thing going, and then there we go. I ruined it all. All right. It's okay. That's what the magic of editing's for. It's all good. Where would I leave off? But then as we come down here, let me see if there's like anything behind the spot, you know, back here. Okay. Oh, there's something there. Let me try to go to the other side there, perhaps. See if we can make our way from this side, because there's like some sort of growth structure. Oh, hey, check it out. Now this is homely and also quite hidden. Yeah, so we have like this little secret nook, but it's not so secret if you look at it from the backyard, but it's okay. It's more or less a private spot where the boss or whoever can enjoy some wine. We got an auto pour right there to keep us. Well, imagine like how drunk you get when you have a thing that automatically like serves you more wine. That's wild. Enjoy some wine and drinks. Mostly enjoy the sounds of the waterfall and everything. But I would say also, now consider where we are here in the house. We're as far away from the cows as possible. So perhaps this is a place where we can kind of like get rid of the smells. So here's what I'm talking about when it's like, okay, we need like more greens here and all that to help mask the smell. This could be it. This could be it. So if they want to be outside, but not that kind of outside, cool. Go ahead, hang out here. You know, get a, of the wine, kind of like a cleanser, and then you're good to go. Nice. Thoughtful, very thoughtful. And now I get to do this all over again. So as soon as we come in, we have this kind of a contrast, because on the outside, we have this whole like very folk, very human vibe. But as soon as we come in, we have this very heavy elven theme. As soon as we come in, like you see how things like shift really hard into like these golds and reds and whatnot. We have the lovely statues. I love the statues. I love how these things sit. It's just so much in like a good way. I love how it all comes together. Centerpiece here, we have like one of the newer fountain types where we have like not one sort of climb, but two, which really goes to show how Blood Elf superiority is just so much a thing, which makes no sense, but I'm just trying to elevate them, okay? So we have three options. We got our left, right, and center as usual, but I have been requested to go straight first. I'm pretty sure. So let's do that. All right. Wait, you want me to go right first? Right first. Okay, see? Look at that. I was thrown off earlier. All right, so as soon as we enter the right wing, what do we have? Now, first off, we have what feels like a sealed vault, plus altar, plus Beauty and the Beast reference right over here. I love this this lamp. Dude, that lamp looks good. What is it? This is a Sendai Tiffin style lamp, which I don't have yet, but I want it. Oh, that's sick. Very cute. Yeah, I like that. So back here, good old paladin stuff. Awesome. Always a +1 in my book. Looks like we have the boss's chair right over there, but first, the treasure room. Heck yeah. Let's see what we got. First off is what feels like the guard. And if I was, if I crossed this and I didn't have security clearance, then that fireball would just boom, done. Right to the dome, right? But I'm okay. I was invited. And instead we have like a full treasure room full of, predictably, treasures. Every treasure chest you can see, also including like a bunch of jade statues from Zul'Aman, so fat loots, very nice. Has that bit of a cluttered look. You can see how some things are a little bit out of place or just kind of like thrown in and everything. Anything inside? Gold, baby. I think there's like one other chest that opens up. Okay, that's a different thing. That's okay. Oh no! Oh, it got skinned. Oh, okay, that looks cool actually. That comes off pretty neat. When that's activated, I dig it. Dude, this is like, let's pretend, all right? Gotta use my imagination for a second. So here's the guard. I cross over and I get zapped, right? But then this is like, if let's say like if there's like a big security alert, perimeter breach, blah, 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 and you really gotta throw down, this thing activates and it puts on some armor thing and all that, and then it just kind of floats and then, leaves, goes out to the side and just annihilates all the cows or something like that. Yeah. And then you can also get headshot by that thing up there too. Is that a gun? Sure is. Nice. Nice. A not so hidden gun that I just failed to notice. Yeah. So as a potential burglar, I would fail remarkably at looting this place. Yeah. And that thing is helping to obscure it. Nice. What have the cows done to me? It just made me hungry. That's all. So as we proceed further down the wing, again, there's the boss's chair. Here is where we can spectate the duels. What kind of duels? Rock, paper, scissors. Could be actual duels. If they're inviting me for a duel, it's not happening. Not when I'm dressed like this. But A very pleasant spot. Now, is it Bloodsport kind of style duels that we have here? Perhaps, but I think it's more like a, a celebration of skill. So I'm gonna go with like good old honest duels. Very cool. Now, what we have here, like check out how they set up the ring. It's not just it's not just lines. They wanted to set up like this kind of like different texture work right here too. So you notice how you see like the circular platforms being used, one layer here, another layer here, to create this sort of distinction. So it's barely raised enough to make sure that it's just not clipping, but it's made to not be like a platform of sorts. As for the boss's chair, let's take a look. Different things happening here. So in this case, we have like softer, we have the softer filigree lights, and it shows how you don't have like that bouncing yellow light that would otherwise be like hitting the player or the chair in this case. In the back though, you get like these ginormous Venthyr candles that they do produce like a little bit of light, but not too much, even when they're embiggened like that. And then in the back, you have like those crystals. So nice and simple setup. Nothing that's it's an elaborate chair, but they're not trying to go like too all out. All right, so we have options from here. Actually, we have no options. We just have right through this door. And we're presented with options. Now, in this case, weapon storage, the armory, right? Things that we need for a good show right up front when we're doing duels. And on the other end, we have target practice. Sick. Oh, very tasteful. They put in like a little bit of effort to make this axe be visible there. Very nice. Or grab a spear, chuck it at these things too. That's cool. That's a cool setup. All right, so we're going to retreat back to the arena. All right, and then we'll head to the next spot. All right, we're like jogging back just a little bit. Blood off stuff. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Yeah, so now we're going this way. And now we have this bit of a climb. We have some options. But first, let's see what's going on here. Ooh. Okay, I'm loving this. So we come in, we have this carved out room. We'll see what's going on over there in just a bit. But first, we got to enjoy and kick our feet back right in front of this grand setup. Now, this is a fireplace. Boy, really nice. We have our dark portal, but then never mind the portal. They sunk that guy down a little bit, backed it up some to obscure the portal part. You have like some slight glows that come from it. You can't really do anything about that. But then the fireplace. Yeah, fireplace is set up right there. And you can see it almost looks like it's kind of choking like the whole demon statue part of it. It looks like they added a little bit more piping up top to give that sense of where the heat and whatnot is going. Yeah, really nice. As for what's here, this little bit of a library setup, and this is all under the stairs. So, no secrets to be had here. This nice healthy bit of clutter and more places for sitting and discussion and debate and talking about like who's top DPS this week. I'm noticing too, like we have another, pretty opulent setup here with the Blood Elf style door. And check out the dragon holding on to that hammer for us. Thanks. Don't mind if we do. And then here we have this, pretty nice toilet. Let's have a seat. How are we looking? Actually, it feels a little small. But, that's okay. I sit great. It looks small, but fully functional. Now, as for what we have here, we have like this kind of backboard that's being used with a a navy bluish trellis. It's an interesting contrast. We have our darks, our yellows, and then this this navy-ish, again, kind of blue. That's kind of neat. As for what's behind it, it looks like a shelf that's behind it. Right? Actually, do that, and then here. Yeah, so just a shelf that's behind it. Cool. Then we rinse off to our thing. Good to go. Yeah. All right, let's start the climb now. And again, this is a pre-built staircase. Don't have too much on the to fill up as we climb, but we do have the first family as we make our way up. Actually, we're making it up twice. Okay, we got 2 levels. So first, let's go through and explore this set. So we have some, it looks like we have like some themed things happening. Looks like there's like some food back there. We got something that's probably very blood elfy there. And then mysterious right on this side. So let's go here first. And right this way. All right. So very strong on the elven theme in this case. Like, I recall that this is just a very, very huge piece. Didn't want to resize it. It's like, no, let's just go all in with like the size and just like the scale and just like, blah. But it looks neat. I don't know what it's supposed to do. I mean, what is it called again? It's called a Silver Moon Energy Focus. Yeah, what does it do? I don't know. But it just looks neat. All right, we'll pan across a little bit. And we are in the bedroom. Actually, it's a kind of a multi-purpose room, but also place to sleep. You know, here's where we'll like get dressed and do our transmog and all that. Here, Miss Murgle will keep us some company. We'll have our sleepy time with a little bit of privacy afforded to us. And what else fills out this room? I'm going to guess that is some sort of bathroom setup, but what else is here? Artsy things. Herondar artsy stuff, couple finished paintings, some stuff that is ready to get work started. And also a bit of danger, because all of a sudden an egg may hatch and burn the whole place down in righteous fire or deep void, whatever works. But hey, there's a hammer for the egg too, just in case. No, more like a private practice spot. So kind of like a mini apartment, because this one room seems to serve like numerous purposes. But then of course, you'll also right through here is what I presume the bathroom. All right. So we have a similar style toilet plus bathtub, nice and skinned to be this darker color. We can enjoy a little bit of the sights and sounds. Okay, not too many sites. We have one site there. All right. So let's hang back a little bit. We'll go through. I kind of want to see what's behind here first. This seems like it's going to be more grand, or that might be the speakeasy that's been mentioned. But let's see what's in this bedroom here. Oh, so I feel like I'm feeling the whole like a warband sort of thing. We could say that this is like a very personalized for a blood elf. Here, though, who do we have here? Perhaps this is like an earthen stuff. Perhaps this is a goblin of sorts. We have this fantastical contraption that is doing something to help keep that thing powered. So perhaps it's their prisoner, their experiment of sorts. So according to the boss, it's a Pandaran monk engineer. Nice. So I think we're definitely seeing all these things in play. We have overall a strong Pandaran theme being represented from the bedding to the different furniture to the lighting and everything. Monk is just an assumption so far, but then definitely we're seeing lots of like engineer work happening here too. So a bit more of a modest bathroom. Compared to the Blood Elf one, but has all the fixings that we need. You know, bathrooms don't need to be all crazy large or anything like that. And then right through here, let's see, yeah, a bit more personalization, of course. We're doing some work, we're enjoying some coffee, and we're working on something. What does it do? No clue. But it looks fun. All right, I gotta do this first. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Yes, perfect. Hammer didn't come out though, but oh well, it's okay. All right, so we had those two kind of apartment setups, and I think they were saying that this is a kind of a cafeteria spot, so a public eating space. And I'll show we got a really strong spread here. Now, first off, we have like another Miss Murgle that's just kind of like, well, they're like trashed. Or they're like super oversleeping. They just rolled right off the bed. No big deal. You know, they're fine. Enjoy some coffee, a bit of warmth, or we can feast big. Okay, this apartment's a hookup. You eat good in this spot. You got wine being served to you, whether you want it or not. You know, keeping your glasses full. Really great spread. Now up here, you have like this more or less kind of like you know, very this feels very social to me. You know, it has this whole like public roasting of the boar, and then later on they're gonna throw it into the kitchen, carve that dude up, and then everyone can go to town on it. But I find this really cool, you know, to have this whole like custom setup here. That's neat. I like that. Now here, we're just kind of like this is like kind of a soup kitchen sort of feel. Oh, that's sick. Yeah, so like folks will like shuffle in, you know, whoever's the cook back there, they'll like shovel food into our bowls and all that stuff. Like, there you go. And otherwise, you know, they would come out and, you know, put out like bigger pieces. A little bit of a place to sit if they just want to enjoy like a light snack or whatnot. If the couch happens to be pulled up. And I really like what's being done here. They like, you know, usually we would see like this sort of like countertop sort of setup with our kitchen. Here it's totally closed off. I find that to be very cool. I think that's really neat because it's walled off, but not with walls, right? Because up here you have like this entire storage area. How do we get up there? I don't know, but not important. But we do have like this more or less separated kitchen. You know, and it's like here, full of all the cutlery and dishes that we need. Oh, that's good. Very, very, you know, real looking, right? Just piles of stuff. All ready to get put out. We got our dry pantry on the side and then food prep here. Big mats to, unfortunately, have to clean up every day because oil will get all over the place and everything. So we have like an easy coffee setup to like serve stuff from. Notice how the countertops here, very expensive. These are using canvases all along the edges. Now the base is using much more affordable not razor one. You're using bar tables here, but yeah, you have a whole bunch of these canvases. Ooh, that's expensive. That can be very, very expensive. Yeah, really nice, dude. Really nice setup. Yeah, the stove, it has the additional burners and everything. Got your full sink setup, well lit. Yeah, I like this a lot. And then there's a little bit more back here. A bit more prep and pantry stuff that happens to be laid out. Yeah, really neat. Yeah, really filled out. I like it a lot. All right, so let's back out of here. Yeah, really like this corner. Very, very, yeah. I get impressed by what might seem like the silliest things, but I see so many different places that maybe it's not that I'm hard to impress or anything, but sometimes when I'll just catch myself seeing like a new thing that I haven't seen before, I'll be like, wait. That looks cool. Yeah, so I really like how that all came together. All right, so now we continue the climb. As we get to the top of this spot, we see here what feels like a memorial of sorts. Right? Yeah, feels like a memorial that's been set up. I don't think there's any bodies that are like actually there, but you know, bit of a dedication there. But as we go to this spot, it feels like they carved out, you know, they just scooped up a bunch of Herondar, threw it into the room. Oh, that was for a friend that we passed by. Well, that's really touching. Now, good on you. But as for what's here, oh, very interesting. So they took, I forget the name of this thing. The name of this thing is a Hollow Night Fae Shrine. So here's the original look. But what they did, they just took the whole thing and, you know, embiggened the guy, and they made a bedroom out of it. Yeah, that's cool. It's cool how it all kind of, here, let me see. I'm going to come out here. Yeah, you can kind of see how it clips out there, but then that's about it. Aside from that, though, like, look at how it all sits together. That's neat. It creates this like entire structure that shoots along the entire, shoots on the whole wall. And then they threw it on the bed. There's Puppy. Hey, that's dope. Yeah. Add a little bit more to create this private spot. So like here we are, you know, never mind the clip. But yeah, nice and cozy in here. And then we'll come out. Here's our door to nowhere. I believe it still doesn't work. Yeah, it still doesn't work. What I find interesting again is that we have this whole like kind of a Herondar carve out. You know, we have a bunch of like different little exhibits that are being presented here. I mean, it all kind of like blends together. It almost feels like, you know, this table was put down at some point, and then eventually things started to like grow out of it. It's kind of a story that tells itself in this particular room. So it's neat. And I just love the Herondar architecture period. It's like, they're very like, I don't know, they're sort of like otherworldly greens, but it's still meant to be Azeroth. It just has this sort of alien feel right now to it that might feel, you know, unfamiliar. But eventually, hopefully we'll get used to it. And it kind of shows here as we go into this hot tub. Nice. So in this case, you know, we do this little bit of a rise. They skin the hot tub to sit a certain way. Just a whole bunch of beams. But now we have like this Night Fae towel, as I'm going to call it, almost as an insult to the Night Fae. It's like, okay, Night Fae, you know, Ardenville was nice, but Herondar, baby. It's all the beauty and majestic nature, but it's here at home, sort of. Notice how up above we have these hostas to kind of like warm up the space and create, you know, this bit of a tighter feel to it. Doesn't feel as airy inside. Although you do have like some spaces that, you know, at some point can be filled with like even more if they wanted to create this even more immersive Herondar vibe. But maybe not. Because you don't want to hide the loo either. You don't want to just poop anywhere. That'd be kind of like, I don't know. But there is a place for sanitation. Once they're done, they rinse off and they're good to go. Yeah. Really cool setup here. I like the way the lighting ends up coming together here too. Because of that right there, which produces a bit of light. Neat. All right. So they're saying that this is, it's because their monk is Herondar. Or Herondar. No, Herondar's the place. Heronir is the race. Yeah, I think I got that right. So now we return to the main room. And now it's time to go this way. To the left, as it should be. So there's an opportunity to throw down some camping equipment. And here we have like this nice little, this interesting structure. I mean, it's two fountains. One's right side up, the other's upside down, but they created this sort of effect the sort of reverse effect. Things are coming down here. It'd be kind of cool if this would flow down as well. That'd be kind of this. It'd be a very interesting setup of like how the water would sort of fall down in a interesting way. But let's see what is going on here. All right, so now we're entering this. Oh, that's neat. It's like a tailoring shop. Oh, that's dope. Okay, I find this to be very unique. That's really cool. Oh, that's dope. It's like such a simple and practical use, but I'm wildly impressed by this setup. So, linen shop with all the rug rolls of not even every color, because there's so many freaking colors. But yeah, they went through and now we have like the whole palette of a selection to choose from. That's sick. That's really neat. It's very cool as, one, hey, awesome, it's decor. But it's also cool as like this kind of like demo gallery of things that you can look at. Yeah, I love how this all comes together. Oh, so neat. So neat. And we're seeing like all sorts of like tailoring related things here as well. I almost want to see like a whole bunch of like those star flag kinds of things. I mean, it's not necessary, but yeah, that would have been a cool addition here too. And then if the tailoring stuff is happening over here, what about this spot? Perhaps these are like tailoring manuals and guides and how-tos and what have you. Yeah, neat. Really neat setup. Oh, and check it out. There is a secret. Plans for Gilneas. So here's the invasion point. Here's where they'll strike. Okay, I'm glad I clicked on that. Very good. And then here's a little thing that I gotta click, as always. But this, yeah. This is, I don't know. This is just great. I really, really like this. I'm very surprised to run into something like that. Yeah, well done. Oh, there's the whole tailoring thing. Oh, that's like okay. So it is like kind of like a scribe sort of spot on the other end. Okay, so books. I'll take that. All right. So as we proceed to this next kind of transition area, giant flower box with the king of flowers themselves, the Arkandor, here on the side. Nice setup there. And then we'll pan around, and that seems to be a place I'll look at later. First, I want to explore and see what's going on right here. The outside. Okay. Now I'm kind of torn. Now, something to point out is that it's becoming very cavernous all of a sudden. Here we are. We go into this part of the room, and now we're presented with like the options to go to, one spot or the other. But I'm going outside. I want to see what's happening here. Notice how immediately we're outside. I'm guessing this is a skybox room. But it starts off with these walls that help to close things off, keep things nice and straight as we make our way out. Oh, wow. This is a very large structure that they're setting up. Because now we're doing this climb. Let's pan around, though, and see how this comes out. And yeah, we're going up this bigger elevation, and we get to look down at this whole garden setup. Oh, this is very unique. Oh, wow. So I do have that feel of being like, in this higher and higher elevation as we make this climb, but I kind of want to go down first. Because remember, we came out on the elevation. Check out the stair work that's being done here. Very clean. This is really clean. This is, I've been experimenting a little bit with stairs, and there's a bit of effort that goes into making this sort of like clean transition with these sorts of angles. Oh, wow. So here we are at like the actual bottom of the spot. And, you know, I'm compelled to click here and reveal a portal. Whoa, okay. I gotta jump in. No, it just leads us out, doesn't it? Yeah, so that leads us out. So let's go back here again. So now we know what that is. Cool. All right, so we come out and we're at this, you know, bottom floor area. And what do we have? So here we have like this whole like, hey, you know, here's your delivery of like Kappa stuff. Or we're like doing some processing here too. So this might be a whole like Kappa farm that we're at, right? So they're grabbing beans, they roast them. Here's where the roasting happens. They load up and then off it goes. They just eat off to a spot. Nice. So we got processing happening over here. Here's where Kappa comes from somewhere. Oh, but really cool setup here. Really, really pretty. So as we're going around, all sorts of different colors are just popping over at this spot. And I think we're ready to climb up. Let me double check. Actually, no, I think there might be other paths of sorts. No. It looks like it's just like there for to fill out some space. Well, I want to get to the top of this and see what it's like. Yeah, this is great woodwork. Fantastic. Oh, look at they're mining for stuff up there too. Sick. Nice. All right, so let's climb and climb. Okay, so now we are, so we came from there. All right, and then over on this side, just want to observe just how high, this place goes high. Oh boy. Yeah, so let's keep climbing. Great angles here, by the way. And yeah, the way this all comes together, you know, we have beams and platforms here, but we also have the rock that's being suspended there too. So, you know, they're building these stairs on top of rocks, but they wanted to make something like very clean looking. And then we get to this spot, we get to observe. So let me zoom all the way. Oh no, we can go higher. Shoot, we're not done. First, let's observe this right here. We have this little hidden void stuff happening, along with my favorite flower. And then on this spot, here's where the boss or whoever can sit. Or perhaps this is whoever is void related, if this is if we're going for the whole warband vibe. So this is where they hang out. This is their domain. I just gotta don't click that by accident. There's a portal there that can lead us to who knows where. But then there was a climb too. So I think I can kind of go through these and perhaps climb even higher. Maybe. Come on, buddy. Can you do it? Can I go here, perhaps? Yes. Excellent. And then there's the boss. Nice. Whoop. All right. And they're a penguin. They're an evoker, but they're also a penguin. So up top here, who surveys the land? Okay, here's the real boss. Sassy dragon, baby. Oh, that's not you. Okay, that's someone else. Nice. All right, so Sassy Dragon gets to observe all her subjects below. Meanwhile, we'll continue the exploring because I think we can get to the top here. I don't know if this is intended, actually. I think there might be another. There's a proper climb. Oh, okay, so I cheated my way up. We'll make our way down proper in a bit. But what do we have up top here? This very cool observation deck. And check it out, we have like this new kind of swing set that we have here, courtesy of the Blood Elves. And we can enjoy the views. Good vibes from up here. Of course, it's really cold. And there's the boss again. Yeah, neat vibe. We have places to observe right up top here. And now let's kind of like look down at all that's below. Yeah. And we're not even like super duper high up. I mean, we're pretty high up. But there's just a lot here below. Like, yeah, great work with the assembly here. Lots of effort here. And then there's like the kind of the top of the building here. Neat. All right, so let's make our way down now. The proper way, because I was like, wait, what? All right, so let's make our way down these stairs. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure where this structure was. So let me see what I had missed there. Because now we're in this whole like profession area. Hey, how about that? Work's being done. Thankfully, there's like the whole high ceiling, so that way any heat is dissipated, yeah, and it'll just kind of like leak its way outside. We continue the climb down and down. And yeah, how did I miss all this? Wow. So over here, along with the whole spider sentry person, we enter the engineering spot. So we would come in, engineering spot, and then we climb up. We hit the blacksmithing area. But what's back here? Back here we got our work table, a bench, just like additional stuff, power sources, and supplies. All right. And then here you can see we're still definitely in the skybox room still. So where do we come out here? Because I'm still not quite sure like how I was supposed to... Oh, did I just like walk by? I did. There's the way back in. And then here was the entrance to the engineering spot. Yeah, so what I did, I just went straight ahead, dude. Walked right by. I just needed a sign. There we go. I think that's all I needed. And then I would have noticed. Really, very, very extensive outdoor room. Yeah, really good. But now that we're back inside, we go into like this last part, starting with this hallway. We're being gently led in. Check out the kind of embiggened trellises. I mean, blood oak trellises, they're very thick compared to the human counterparts. But the cool part is that you can dye these and kind of reinterpret these into like something else, and that part's really cool. But in this case, places to separate all the greens that are in these boxes. But now we can get ourselves checked in. In fact, I'll just walk right by like I own the place. And here is the speakeasy that was being mentioned. And this is grand. Like, now remember, we saw like a really cool kitchen setup that was very, very meticulous on the detailing. So let's see what we get here. Now, as for the full spread, we'll just do a quick pan around. Ooh, check it out. Looks like the show's about to start. Lights are being dimmed. Check out the glows on the directional lights. These blue glows that are being directed towards the stage. And from this distance, very convincing. Very convincing setup. Looks great. Looks fantastic. Plenty of space between the tables so that people can like yell, scream, jeers and all that stuff, but still have like that little bit of privacy. No one's really getting in their way. Now let's check out the bar itself. Big spread. Standing room only. No one's allowed to sit. You got to go back and check out the show or mingle with folks or whatnot. So imagine this place is just like filled to the brim with folks. We got bar number 1. This is wine bar. Bar number 2 is over there. We'll check that out in a bit. But here's a place where we can like chill. Have at least I think there's like space for like some beer stuff because we got some kegs or whatnot over there. Draft beer, awesome. Here though, actually it's more this is more like this definitely brings more coffee shop sorts of vibes because you have like these big countertops, a bit too big because here I am, but sizing actually isn't so bad. Now I'm looking like this. scale works out pretty well. But here feels like, you know, this is the coffee shop, which makes me like, what do I want to pick up from this? Right? Because I love how they have like the whole, like notice back here, this is where the magic is. This is what particularly impresses me, because you have like, here's the work area. Here's what people don't see normally, right? Behind the counter, you have like some of that work happening here. Here we have like the pumps and gauges and whatnot to get the draft working correctly. So very, very thoughtful details are being put here. But I love this layout. Great layout. It's something that, again, I'm trying to work on my own cafe, and I want to make sure that it feels convincing. This is one way to do it. I think the style that I have is like, you know, a totally different thing, but I might want to change things up. Because places like these make for great examples of what can work. So here we just have like our spread of dishes and whatnot. So these cups are just kind of flipped upside down to hide any of the like smoke or whatnot that would be coming out of here. But yeah, nice simple setup with the coffee and everything. I think this is where I'm like, ooh, very good. Because again, here we are up front. What am I seeing? I'm seeing some stuff, right? But we're not seeing all the sausage. So very cool. Really good. Right back here, boss is enjoying some snackies. Very cool. And then right back here is, you can call it a gift shop of sorts, or just kind of like a trophy room, or, you know, a trophy corner where you can read about their exploits and all that stuff. Like, and then here's like here's like a strong representation of what I want to see more of in WoW, like these opportunities to show off trophies, things that we've done, accolades that we've completed, and we can show them off to people. Very important. Prey trophies back here. It's kind of funny how the prey trophies look a little bit more immaculate, or a little bit more, I don't know, they feel a little bit more special than the raid trophies. They just don't have that pop, right? That same sort of glow, but oh well. We'll see how that goes in the future. So lots of these tables set up, bit of clutter to like show like what folks are like having. And then we get to the stage. Right on the stage here, the whole assembly, very clean, very patterned out. You know, you have a number of these platforms being set up, embiggened, smalled up a little bit to create like this complete shape. A few more platforms to finish rounding it out. And then spaces for instruments, harps or what have you. Big old drum set being set up too. And then the wands being used for drumsticks. That's sick. I love the branding too. Branding is great. Troll stuff right there. Horde stuff in the back. Sick. Very sick. All right. And I didn't go back there yet. So let me go back into that whole like kind of pantry area and see how that goes. So back here, storage stuff. What are we storing? Wine, of course. Big old setups. Nice. Nice and closed off.